Lost Soul was one of the very first songs Slim and myself wrote for the band. We were on a bit of a roll at that time. I remember it well. We were just coming up with stuff all over the place. Some of it worked, some of it didn't, and we kept what we thought was good and got rid of the stuff that just wasn't any good at all. This particular one always had a definite Irish feel to it, so we explored that idea in both the music and the vocal melody. And when Ciara Rowe joined the band the following year, the violin certainly added the final touch that we thought the song needed. The very next song that we demoed after Lost Soul was actually Celtic Legacy itself. So for a period of a few weeks we went through a phase of really putting a bit of Irishness into the songs, and we never intended to do that, but it just sort of happened. Those two songs, one after the other, sort of set us off on a particular journey that we just sort of got lumbered with after that, I think. So you have Lost Soul, you've got Celtic Legacy, and then you've got Glencore. Three very definite Irish sounding songs, and they pretty much became the outstanding tracks on the album as far as listeners were concerned. Certainly my favourite songs on the album anyway. I remember the original idea for Lost Soul was to sort of have a kind of a string quartet starting the song off, and when we got Ciara in we thought, oh great, Ciara can do that, but you know, that's a different discipline altogether. But we found out we didn't have the budget to do it. We certainly didn't have the tracks. We were doing this on 24 track analog, so we were, you know, trying to kind of spare the tracks as much as possible, but the budget killed us pretty much. We just didn't have the budget to take the time over things that we really wanted to do. So in the end we ended up with just a couple of violin takes on the fly, which Ciara always did on the fly, first take, and I just put a couple of volume swells behind them on the guitar, and that's all that we could really do with it. It's okay. But it's not the effect I wanted, but we haven't put the string quartet in this time either, but we just kind of balanced everything up a little bit better, and I think it's made a much better difference to the start of the song at least. Crashes in nicely too. One of the things I wanted to do with all the songs that we were going to be redoing on this Redux album was to make them a lot more epic than they were originally, and really big up the vocals. It's one of the first things I said to John Bonham was I want to big the vocals up a little bit, you know, especially on this album. Want to get more backing vocals in, want to get some choirs in. Now we're not going to have an authentic choir. It'll be just probably John and Slim doubling, trebling and quadrupling tracks. That's perfect because it worked very well on Lost Soul. I think there's 8 backing vocals where they overlap themselves, and they sound brilliant, and that's the sort of idea that we couldn't do the first time round, so I'm very, very happy to do it this time. Yeah, one of the things that really hampered us the first time round was that we didn't have the time to give the tracks the extra care they needed. We were on such a low budget, which we ended up blowing anyway, but we didn't have time to really, really go back and get the most optimal performances out of everyone. That was just the way it was. It was like, rush, we need to get this done right, move on to the next song. So, you know, that's the way it is. This time around, it's been a pleasure to be able to kind of go back and listen to what we've done and then fix things later, which we just never had the chance to do first time. So the fact that we've been working on this for quite a while now, we've really given it the chance to be as good as it possibly can be, and that's what this project has been all about. We're not reinventing the wheel. We're not really changing all that much about the songs themselves. We're just making them sound the way we think they should have sounded the first time round. And I'd like to think we've done that. You're never 100% happy with something. I certainly aren't. as a few former musicians will attest to. But am I as happy as I can be? I'll tell you when the whole thing is finished, because it's not mixed. We still have backing vocals to do on nearly all the other songs. So yeah, we'll just keep going until we're all happy with it, and then we'll put it out there and see what other people think about it. But am I happy about it? I'm almost happy with it.